Turns out that the stuff I talked about in 2017 is coming to pass. This is why you guys come to this channel, so you can hear the news 5 years in the future. But we now have a gentleman who participated in a female-only poker event and managed to clean house, much to the dismay and anger of some other female professional players. So the man, the name David Hughes, which is 70 years old, he's a professional poker player himself, managed to take advantage of a Florida law and competed in what appears to be a ladies' event. Apparently the men at the casino were legally not allowed to stop him, and this is also due to the fact that the event itself has been trying for a while to get more women to compete, and I guess they succeeded in being very inclusive. A lot of people are surprised. It's like, well, why is a man able to dominate an event which doesn't have to do with physical abilities? I can't answer that, to be honest. I do not know why there is a lady-only poker event, because again, it's not a physical sport. Maybe it's due to the amount of time involved. Maybe it's due to the ability of risk-taking. I have no clue, but it does seem that this gentleman has won, much to the anger and dismay of the other professional players, which put bounties on his head. So a bounty on someone's head in poker, it means that the money goes to the other player that manages to eliminate this guy and make him broke. Now, what's interesting is the conversation which happened. As you can see, there's a little Twitter thing here.
Oh, yes. All right. We have Dave here, and I don't know if you can tell here, he's the only guy in this ladies' event.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can tell here. You're lucky that Twitter allows for misgendering now, because otherwise you may get reported. You should be careful with the pronouns. They're very important.
So I put a $300 bounty on his head, and then Tamra and her husband matched it. So there's a $600 bounty on his head. He's already busted twice, so we love him for that. Thank you, Dave. Good luck. Not really.
Well, it's a good thing you wished him good luck, because he did manage to win. As you can see, 459 replies. This went viral. The bounty went at one point more than $1,500, so basically everyone in that room that was a professional player wanted to see him getting broke. Didn't work out though. He actually managed to win over $5,000. But what's interesting though is that someone pointed out something very interesting. A guy who won the ladies event and everyone is upset. I'm sure the guy is an asshole and for sure it's a dick move. But what I don't get is if the same guy decided he wanted to identify as a woman and then played, nobody would say shit about it. You'd all clam out. So I do think that Matt Glantz is onto something. Apparently, someone else who was there said that maybe Dave was overheard saying he could pretend to identify as a woman because they allow anything nowadays. I don't think people should be upset at Dave. I think people should be upset at those who make the rules, honestly, right? Because it's one thing when you're like, okay, well, let's make a rule for transgender people to allow playing, but that would imply that you have some sort of verification system, okay? I'm not from the American academia. I'm not smart enough. I'm not wise and educated enough to figure out what that verification system could look like. But there should be something that separates honest people from dishonest actors. Because if you don't, you're going to get more Davids. David Hughes right now played in a poker event. But there have been cases in Europe, for example in Switzerland, where the age of retirement for men is 2 years higher than that of women. So you have a man who legally changed his ID into that of a woman in order to retire earlier. And there are many cases like this. Like, people will take advantage of the law. Like, you read the law, and if the law allows you to get access to free money, to get access into women's only places, to do all these things, there will be people that will do it. Why wouldn't they? I mean, I don't know, maybe the left doesn't believe that dishonest actors exist. Maybe they do not understand humanity. They are incapable of perceiving that someone doesn't have the honor to respect the spirit of the law, which is a very progressive, forward-thinking, compassionate, empathetic law, but alas, it does have a couple of holes that certain dishonest, knee-jerk reactionary, conservative people would take advantage of in order to drive the point home. And yeah, you know, people are upset. David is a poker player, but again, there's going to be other individuals. Like, for example, I have seen extreme cases where people are suggesting that if someone identifies as a woman, without any further checks, without anything else, they should be placed in a woman's prison. So the question is, like, why wouldn't any criminal take advantage of this? I understand that men prisons are a very rough place. So why wouldn't they just go like, okay, well, I want to go to a woman's prison then, right? Like, why would I go to a man's prison? And they can just change their ID card, do the proper legal proceedings, right? Like, if you're not going to make the laws in a way that you can separate the honest actors from the dishonest ones, I think people like David are going to multiply. Anyway, right, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.